Welcome to the Old Time Radio Westerns. I'm your host, Andrew Rhynes, and let's get into this episode. This episode's going to be The Lone Ranger. Original air dates December 8th, 1943, and the title is The Lone Ranger. Let's get into it, and I hope you enjoy.
A fiery horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty "Hi-Yo, Silver!" The Lone Ranger. Arnold Gearson, whose wealth reached out to develop the vast resources of the Far West, decided to strike at the heart of the Barbary Coast. In an effort to stamp out the viciousness, Gearson sought for and found the Lone Ranger. This masked rider of mystery, though reluctant to leave the plains and mountains of the cattle country, answered the call and smashed the forces of evil in the Barbary Coast. His work in San Francisco finished, Tonto and the masked man headed north for the gold fields and the land of big timber. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Oh, Silver! Faster, big fellow! I'll Silver!
The Lone Ranger and his stalwart companion Tonto entered the rich placer mining regions northeast of Sacramento. It was an hour past daylight, and from their secluded camp in the hills, the masked man and his Indian friend could watch the mist rising in the valley below as they saddled their horses.
Steady, boy. Steady now, steady, Silver. Plenty of tough riding ahead in these hills. Make sure of your cinch, Kemosabe, because
What matter, Kemosabe?
Oh, for a moment, I guess I was thinking of Dan. Somehow it doesn't seem right for him to be away from us.
Tonto Savvy. Me plenty lonesome for a young fella, too.
Well, he's bound to get a lot of good out of schooling, and I suppose we should be grateful to have a man like Arnold Gearson looking after the boy.
That's right. Gearson, him have boy same age as Dan. Him savvy how...
Silver, what's wrong, boy?
Big feller, him act plenty scared.
Wait. There's something or someone back in the brush. Whatever it is, Silver has it spotted. It's...
Kemosabe, look quick there.
I see it, a bear, and a big one, too.
Silver, him catch bear scent. Plenty scared.
I hate to risk a shot here. These hills are full of prospectors. I'd like to keep this camp secret as long as we can.
Wait, Tonto, fix him. This plenty stout hunting bow. It not make noise.
It'll take more than one arrow to stop him. He's a big brute, and he's sure to charge. If he does, look after the horses.
Well, this must be plenty good shot.
At the horses, Tonto. He's coming right at us. Well, those arrows aren't going to stop him, so... right, big fellow. Easy now,
Steady,
Silver.
Scout.
Easy.
Steady, fella, steady.
I've seen some big grizzly bears, or rather, I thought I had. This fellow certainly is huge.
Look. 2 arrows, 4 bullets in them.
He was still charging us as long as there was a spark of life in his body. Well, if all that shooting didn't give our camp location away, we ought to have plenty of fresh bear meat for a while.
3 shots. That sounds like...
Like a call for help, Tonto.
Someone in trouble, huh?
Listen, someone heard us killing that bear, and those shots are too evenly spaced to be anything but a call for help. Come on, we're going to investigate.
Shooting come from over here.
Steady, big fella. Let's go. Come on, Silver.
Get him up, Scout.
Easy now. There. That's better. Now, what happened, old-timer?
Was riding to King's Landing. Shot from ambush.
Who are you? What's your name?
Charlie Williams. You wearing a mask.
I'm your friend, Charlie. You've got to believe me.
Friend? Man ain't got friends in this country. I was carrying about 12,000 in gold. It's gone.
Horse gone too, Kemosabe.
Didn't you even get a glimpse of the man, Mr. Williams?
No. He must have cut down on me with the rifle.
What kind of horse were you riding?
Big, rangy black. White star on his forehead. And 1 shoe missing. Left foreshoe, I think.
Remember that, Tonto. Oh, Mr. Williams. Listen. Is there anyone we should notify?
Yes. Daughter lives in Placer City.
Placer City? You've just come from there.
She's married. Young fella. Paul
Maystead. Tonto, he's gone. We're going to ride.
We go back to Placer City?
Later. But first, we're going to King's Landing to look for a killer. Give me a hand here.
King's Landing was typical of the many boisterous, lawless towns that sprawled in disorderly confusion along the bank of the Sacramento River. It was late afternoon, and on the rough board walk in front of the Big Nugget Cafe, a group of men were lounging, surveying the scene with casual interest. Close by the hitch rail stood a big man, his Stetson angling forward, slightly shading his stony features. Skillfully disguised by the clever Indian Tonto, the Lone Ranger watched the activities of King's Landing, missing not a detail. A moment later, Tonto stopped by his side, staring out across the muddy street.
Any luck?
No. Not see horse. Maybe it not here.
How about the livery stable? Did you look there?
No black horse like Williams' feller say. At livery.
And we'll have to try something else. Evidently, the horse has already left town, or he's hidden somewhere.
Kemosabe, look. Coming up the street.
A big, rangy black. White star in forehead. And I wonder...
If left foreshoe missing.
Yes.
How we find out?
Wait. You're riding up to the rail, Kemosabe. Let's leave this to me. Howdy.
Hi, neighbor.
It's a mighty nice horse you have.
Yeah, he's all right, I guess. Don't know much about him.
Would you care to sell him?
Nope, ain't for sale.
You don't mind if I look at him, do you?
Huh? Shucks, no, mister. Look all you want.
Oh, boy, steady. I always like to see how these Californians take care of horses compared to folks back in Texas.
So? I'm from Texas myself. What part you from?
Southwest. Hey, boy, lift up.
Son of a gun must have thrown a shoe someplace. Gotta hunt me up a blacksmith.
Left foreshoe missing. Got a question for you, mister, and you better answer it carefully. Where did you get this horse?
Well, now, since you're getting so daggone personal, I reckon that ain't none of your business.
But I'm making it my business.
Oh, suits me, fella. Which do you handle best, your fists or them 6 guns you're lugging?
Once more, where'd you get this gelding?
I already said, it's none of your business. Now get back. Get away from my horse before I knock your ears off.
You better answer my question.
You bet I'll answer it for you. Like this.
Hey! Well, look at them go at each other. Hey, that Smokey Roberts would rather fight than eat. But who's the other jasper?
I don't know, but he's sure doing a good job of identifying himself. You asked him.
I'm betting $50 on Roberts.
You're on, mister. Give it to him, stranger. How do you like that one, fella?
Just right. And how do you like this one?
Boy, that's the wingdingest rumpus I've seen since I left Kentucky.
Well, now it's all over. How come, stranger? How come you and Smokey to mix her up so fast and furious?
I can answer that for you. This gent asked me a question, and I got sassy, see? So he give me a lesson. Brother, you sure can swing your dukes.
I still want to know where you got that horse.
Yeah? How come you're so all-fired interested in my horse, eh?
Because that horse belongs to a man who was murdered on the trail from Placer City this morning.
Well, who? That horse belongs to me. I bought him.
Yeah, prove it.
You're darn tootin', I'll prove it. Ackers, Newsom, McLean. Maybe you better tell this gent how I come by the black gelding.
Well, Roberts is telling you true, mister. He bought that black this morning, like he says.
That's right. I was there when Smokey bought the black. What's that you were saying about a man getting murdered on the trail of Placer?
A man named Charlie Williams. He was murdered and robbed of $12,000 in gold. And the killer took his horse. This horse right here. That killer must be caught. So long as he's loose, none of you prospectors are safe. Roberts, will you describe the man who sold you this horse?
I'll do a heap better than that, big fella. I'll ride with you if you don't mind, and point him out personal with a .44 slug. Ain't no sidewiner going to sell Smokey Roberts a stolen horse and get away with it. Come on, we're hitting that trail right now.
Maybe you let the Injun fella go along, too. He plenty good on trail.
Sure. You're welcome to ride with us.
Steady. We'll pick up his trail east of town. Come on, horse, let's see if you can run.
Here, Silver. Steady, big fella. Lead the way, Smokey.
Get up now.
Come on, boy.
Eastward, where the old Trinity Trail seems to pause in majestic splendor before dipping sharply down into the foothills, a lone horseman reined his mount to a stop and looked long and searchingly along the back trail.
Who bless you, Harry? Who there? You'll have a chance to run your brains out before long.
Apparently satisfied with what he saw, the man turned and fixed his attention on a small clearing far below.
One more score to settle, and then you can run all the way to San Francisco if you've a mind to. Get up there. That's Maysted's shack down there. Whether he knows it or not, Paul Maysted's just now fixing to have an accident. Very bad accident. Get up there.
After 3 months of hard work, Paul Maysted sat in his cabin and disappointedly appraised the fruit of his mining venture.
4 ounces in 3 months. Less than $300 worth of the stuff. The digging's not getting any better. Well, it begins to look like I'm licked. Who's there?
Maysted. Remember me, your old partner?
Taggart. I thought you were...
Father, I stretch rope in Placer City, huh? You got another thing coming, fella.
So you made good your brag and escaped.
Sure. You see, I figured I owed you something. And I'm here to settle up.
Put up that gun. There isn't any gold here. Not more than $300 worth.
Sure, I know. I sold it this claim to begin with, remember? It ain't your gold I'm after, Maysted. But I'll take what you got and be obliged just the same. I just don't like people who go around testifying against my character, savvy?
Character? Oh, that's rich. First you grub-stake me onto a salted claim, and then you try to swindle the whole town. And because I told the truth about you in the miners'
Because of that, partner, you're gonna die right here.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments.
Now, to continue our story. Paul Maysted, the young prospector, had testified against Rance Taggart, the outlaw, in miner's court. Taggart escaped from prison, and returned to Maysted's cabin where he'd threatened to kill him.
What are you doing?
Just fixing up a little accident, partner. This powder here getting kind of low, huh?
Oh, I was planning to leave tomorrow for good.
You're leaving tonight for good.
Get away from that blasting powder.
Yeah. Make this fuse plenty short. Folks will say, that young Maysted fella sure was careless, wasn't he? Huh? She's all set.
Get away. Let me alone, do you hear? Haven't you done enough to me already?
Pleasant dreams, Maysted. Since you won't be needing it, I'll just help myself to this little bit of dust here. And then set this lamp right under the fuse.
Tiger.
What the blazes?
Make one move. One slight move. You're a dead man.
You? I know you. I know you, Lone Ranger.
Lone Ranger?
This man is Rance Taggart, the man who murdered Charlie Williams.
And the man who sold me that black horse. Taggart, it's too bad you ain't packing a gun.
Taggart carries a shoulder gun, Smoky, and a Derringer in his sleeve.
That's fine. Just fine. Now get that lamp out of your hands, Taggart, and make your play.
I'll fix you, all of you. I'll blow this shack to kingdom come.
Look out the lamp. He'll fire the fuse. Otto, Roberts, look out. That fuse is lighted.
I'll make sure you Ranger.
Here it is, Taggart.
Oh, you...
Try to shoot a man in the back, will you?
Otto, Roberts, hurry. Get outside. Down. Get down. Quick, Tonto.
In the tiny, danger-filled room of Paul Maysted's cabin, the Lone Ranger moved with lightning speed as Rance Taggart threw the lighted lamp directly into the fuse which he'd attached to Maysted's supply of blasting powder.
Come here, Kimosabe. Roberts, is he all right?
Robert, fella, him gone.
Oh, that's too bad. Taggart, well, his killing days are over, Tonto. He died the same death he'd planned for Paul Maysted.
Maysted? How him?
Unconscious, but still alive. He'll be all right, I think. Got some water. We'll give him first aid and get him to a doctor in Placer City. No telling how badly he's hurt from that explosion.
Blasting powder make landslide. Spring full of gravel. Not much water.
Never mind the water, Tonto. He's coming around now. Let's get started for...
Kimosabe, you come quick.
What is it?
Look here. Explosion bring down gravel bank. Look, here and here.
Gold. More gold than Paul Maysted ever dreamed of finding. He was right, Tonto. Right from the beginning. And this is the strike he thought he'd discovered when he found the gold that Taggart had planted here. Come on. We've got to get Maysted to a doctor.
Like wildfire, the news of the great discovery spread. From every direction, men came pouring into Placer City. Almost overnight, the town was changed from a tiny mining camp to a roaring boom town. Tonto stood outside the Maysted home.
Oh, come in, Tonto. Paul will be glad to see you. Paul, company.
Who is it, Helen?
Go right in, Tonto.
Tonto. Say, Tonto isn't company. He's a member of the firm. Yes, sir, the Lone Ranger, Tonto, and Paul Maysted, Incorporated.
Tonto plenty glad to see you feel so good.
Say, where's the Lone Ranger? Didn't he come?
Him go away, make trip. Leave message for you.
A message for me? What is it?
A Lone Ranger say you get men, many men to work claim. Him come back soon.
Oh, well, I appreciate the advice, all right, but I'm afraid it's out of the question for me to hire any men right now. At least not until I've had a chance to get organized and get some finances together.
Yes, you see, Tonto, Paul hasn't been able to look after things lately. It's been nearly 3 weeks since he was hurt in that explosion.
But I'm all right now, fit as a fiddle and ready to start work.
You're not able to work alone. Better do what Lone Ranger say and hire men.
But don't you understand? I'm broke. We've already used up what gold we had, and maybe weeks before the mine gets into heavy production.
Well, many men in town now, and them want work. Lone Ranger say you hire 'em, give 'em job at mine. You not worry about money.
Don't worry about it. Well, how could I help it?
Well, you be plenty sure Lone Ranger keep promise.
Yes, but you... All right, Tonto. It's a risk, but I'll take it.
That good. Tonto send plenty fellers to you. You give 'em job at mine.
Oh, wait, you're not leaving town, are you? How'll I know where to get in touch with you or the Lone Ranger?
Do not worry. Lone Ranger him find you when him come back. Adios.
And to think, Helen, the first time I saw the Lone Ranger, I thought he was a robber.
Get him up.
Who's... Oh. Come on in, Lefty. Shut the door.
You sent for me, Mr. Lantry?
That's right. Got a little job for you.
Yeah? What kind of job?
Some very special work, Lefty. Your kind of special work.
All right. Let's hear about it.
You know where the Maystead strike is located?
Sure. Ain't nobody in 100 miles don't know that.
And listen, I want you to go out there, get a job on Maystead's payroll. He's hiring men right now, lots of men. Find out what you can and report back to me, see? Find out everything you can, what he's doing out there, how many men he's got, and everything. And, Lefty, I want you to do everything you can to slow up work around there. It might just be we can convince young Maystead he ought to sell out, see?
Sure. I'll be on the job, Lantry. Hey, where can I find the boss around here?
Right over yonder, fella. That's Paul Maystead.
Thanks. Heard tell you was hiring men, Mr. Maystead.
Ever do any placer mining before?
Sure. Lots of it.
All right, then you're hired. $20 a day and found.
That suits me.
What's your name?
Birch. Lefty Birch.
Maystead, what are we supposed to do? You got 15 men here ready to go to work. What's the orders?
Well, I'm waiting for orders myself, men.
You're waiting for orders, but that don't make sense. You're the boss. Who you taking orders from?
Well, Well, never mind just now.
Say, what about our wages then? Do we get paid just standing around, waiting to go to work?
Sure, you get paid, Lefty. You're on the payroll right now. You can put those guns you're wearing into your blanket roll, see? You won't need them in this camp.
Maybe not. But I carry these shooting irons wherever I go. I'll just keep them on for luck.
If you men want to do something while you're waiting for orders, you can start falling some good heavy timbers. Lay up a foundation for a mess shack and bunkhouse. And make them stout. Because we're going to be mining placer gold for a long time to come.
You mean you've been here 3 days and ain't drawed no wages? Huh. Ain't this Maystead hombre on the level?
Sure, you needn't worry about Paul Maystead.
Yeah. Well, me, I'm looking out for Lefty Birch, savvy? And I like to get paid on time, see?
10 days. Not a word from the Lone Ranger. I've got to get some money. Somewhere, somehow. I wonder if... What the... Now what's wrong? Hey, what's going on here? What the thunder's wrong?
This hombre got running off at the mouth, see? I had to teach him some manners.
Haven't I got enough troubles without you men starting fights around here? Lefty, I told you not to wear those guns on the job.
Yeah? Well, I'm wearing them, see? If you don't like it, mister, you can pay me off right now.
Well, I can't.
I think I'm quitting anyhow, savvy? I don't like working for promises. I got 10 days' pay coming, and I want it.
Listen, men, you'll get your wages.
Sure, Paul. It ain't that we don't trust you, but, well, we ought to know when you figure to stop this mine work, that's all.
If you ask me, this hombre is just playing us for a bunch of suckers. Getting a lot of hard work done free.
That isn't so.
Well, a man don't live that can cheat Lefty Birch out of honest wages. As for you, Maystead, I'm collecting right now, see? I got $200 coming. Either I get it or I'll take it out of your hide.
Oh, Silver, whoa. You there. Get your hand away from that gun.
Hey, that's the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, brother, and he's almighty tough when he gets riled. Hey, there's a fella can give you some six-gun competition, Lefty. Why don't you bark at him, huh?
Now, listen, you men. This fellow Lefty Birch was sent out here to stir up trouble.
That's a lie.
Oh?
Why you ornery?
I don't tell lies, Birch. And don't try to pull that gun.
You already shot one man in camp.
And I'm going to shoot me another right now.
Holy mackerel, did you see that? Smashed his gun right in his holster. Like chain lightning.
My friend Tonto found out about this man, Birch. He works for a gambler named Lantry. Lantry was hoping to get control of the mine by stopping work. Here, Paul. There's enough gold to meet your payroll. Lefty, You'd better take yours and clear out.
Yes, stay out.
And don't come back here anymore.
Sorry I couldn't get back sooner, Paul.
Hey, look at them wagons are coming.
Those wagons?
That's what took me so long. There's more than $10,000 worth of equipment on those wagons, Paul. It had to be guarded all the way.
Equipment? What kind of equipment?
Equipment for hydraulic mining. The newest thing in placer mining, Paul. You'll get out more gold in a day with those hydraulic monitors than you could in a month with hand rockers.
Hey, did you hear that? The masked man's brought in hydraulics. Boy, we'll really get something done now.
There's Tonto.
Yes, he rode with the wagons from Placer City, and I came on ahead.
You certainly got here in the nick of time. That man Lefty.
Just a professional troublemaker. He won't bother you again. There's an engineer with the wagons, Paul. He came up from Sacramento to supervise setting up this equipment.
I don't know what to say. First you saved my life, and now you've saved the gold mine which you and Tonto discovered for me. Now, this equipment, how can I possibly repay you?
You owe me
for
nothing,
it?
Paul. You see, the money that paid for all of this was yours to begin with.
Mine?
Yes, it was money that Rance Taggart stole from Charlie Williams, your father-in-law.
Poor old Charlie. He worked so hard. He always wanted to do something for Helen and me.
I think Charlie will be glad to know how much he was able to do.
Yes, he'll be glad to know. And he'll be glad to know
Here, Silver.
that Helen and I have a friend who loves us as much as he did. Oh, wait, you're not leaving now.
Good luck to you, Paul. Steady, big fella. Come on, Tonto.
Get him up, Scout. Hey, there he goes. There goes the Lone Ranger. Let go. Yes, sir.
Well, Paul, there's one friend who didn't let you down. Say, I'll bet you this mine turns out to be the biggest placer deposit in the whole country. We'll have to get busy and think up a name for it, huh?
Yes. We'll call it the Lone Ranger Mine.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.
This has been a presentation of OTRWesterns.com, and we hope you enjoyed. Please take some time to like and rate our shows in your favorite podcast application. Follow us on Facebook by going to OTRWesterns.com/Facebook. Join in the conversation by going to OTRWesterns.com/Discord. And don't forget to send us an email, podcast@OTRWesterns.com. This episode is copyright under the attribution non-commercial share alike copyright. For more information, go to OTRWesterns.com/copyright. Have a great day, and again, thanks for listening.